What would you do if I told you that you would be speaking Chinese right now if it weren't for this guy? Zheng built a global fleet centuries before Columbus, and then China burnt it all. If they hadn't, you would be living in a Chinese world, not a European-centric one. There's a course on the fall of empires on Nibble, which got me into this rabbit hole. Imagine, nearly a century before Columbus wobbled over the Atlantic, China had the most advanced naval fleet that the world would ever see for the next 500 years. This was an armada of treasure ships. They were basically floating cities. Zheng, imperial eunuch and incredible navigator, explored the Indian Ocean in 7 incredible voyages, reaching as far as the Swahili coast and the Arabian Peninsula. And to put that into perspective, his flagship was over 400 feet long. That's 4 times the size of the Santa Maria, with 9 masts and plenty of room for hundreds of sailors to live in relative luxury. But these ships weren't for conquest. While Europeans sailed the seas to exploit, Zheng He's missions were a massive display of soft power and diplomacy. He brought back giraffes for the emperor, along with exotic spices and diplomats from other nations. He turned the Indian Ocean into a massive Chinese trade network, and he didn't steal land. He was there to show that China was the undisputed center of the universe. So why haven't we heard more about this? Good question, I'll tell you. Because in the 1430s, the Ming dynasty turned inwards. New Confucian officials saw the voyages as a massive waste of time and money and a threat to their traditional values. So they stopped the expeditions. They banned large-scale ocean-going voyages, destroyed records, and allowed the greatest fleet in history to rot in harbours. And this decision essentially handed the keys of power over to Europe. And if China had stayed on the water, the age of discovery would have looked very, very different.